Perfect.
Yes.
Excellent. So good evening, everyone, and many thanks for joining the first of the series of webinars that we're going to be hosting over the next few months. Just to give you a bit of a background, so my name obviously is Clifford Flynn. I've been in satellite telecommunications since 2009, 2010, and I've been working with Brdy since 2015. So I head up the indirect channel with B2B sales for the group. So today we going to look at no particular order this agenda, so just give you an understanding for any new partners, potential new partners that are on the call, or existing partners as well. This just give you an overview of the company, the networks we work with, the two. So for example, that we're going to look at today is both Eutelsat's KVHTS and then Starlink Enterprise. And then we have as well our new roadmap for products. And we'll touch then on the channel partner program, our portals, and some of the government grants we're involved in. So any questions, then we can discuss that at the end, or if you don't want to ask a question, you can email me or you can put it into the chat and we will come back to you on that. So just give you an understanding, so Brdy is the largest satellite broadband distributor in Europe, supplying services primarily through our direct and extensive network of partners. So we've offices across many different countries that we operate in, and the key networks we work with are Eutelsat, Viasat, Starlink Enterprise, and OneWeb services. So I've highlighted here some of the things in terms of the company. So we've over 20 years experience of delivering fast internet connectivity, no matter above locations, and by all the various different networks we work with as well. We've 75,000 customers spacing across Europe, the Nordics and Australia as well, and being able to deliver pan-European coverage across our B2C and B2B applications. On that, so we have exclusive distribution rights with Eutelsat for VHTS, and we're always investing in additional satellites in terms of new products that the networks can provide us. We fixed wireless access in Norway, which we're always building out. So working with us, so we have experienced account managers across various different territories. We have an established reseller channel that we work with. And then we have what we pride ourselves on is our customer partner and back-end portals, which we are always advancing and which I will come on to. Within our group, so we've logistics hubs in the UK, Poland, Germany, Greece, and various other Australia and Norway as well. We've customer support in these territories as well. And then with working with us, we've various partner tier levels available, which I will come on to. So the connectivity solutions. So Starlink Enterprise, we've been working with them nearly a year now. OneWeb Solutions, we've been a partner of their distributor for OneWeb services across the globe for the last 24 months. Eutelsat and Viasat, we've been working with, we've a long relationship with them. And with the news of VHTS, this is a very exciting opportunity that we have rights with. So moving along, so just to cover off on that. So with Eutelsat's VHTS, so a headline overview of what that satellite looks with. So we're currently live their delivery service in over 60 countries at the moment. High capacity satellite, so it's one of the highest on a GEO satellite with a total of 500 gigabyte throughput forward and return. There is high-end connectivity services both for residential enterprise markets and then backhaul solutions available as well. With any of the residential and B2B services, they're delivering in excess of 100 megabyte speed. And the equipment that we're using is the 74 centimeter Hughes equipment. Beam capacity reallocation. So this is something new for a GEO satellite. So 40% of any one beam can be reallocated into a beam that is somewhat getting congested. But as this is a new satellite service, and with the high capacity that sits behind it, there is plenty of capacity sitting there. So for residential on VHTS, so VHTS stands for Very High Throughput Satellite. We have our entry-level standard 50, which gives 50 megabyte speed. Our most popular package is the super fast 100, which gives 100 meg speed, and then the higher speed is the super fast 150 meg. All of them use the same equipment, so on the 74 centimeter antenna. They come with the standard, as you'd expect, so free nighttime included in these. You see your monthly charge there, and then the contract is the 12-month contract. The ability to fix on fixed IP is there. Express kit delivery. We have all our stock across the various hubs, and we will have that with a customer within 24 to 48 hours. So there probably will be questions, but I'll come back to them at the end then as stated. So Starlink Enterprise, both for fixed land and mobility plans for land and sea as well. So this is a very exciting, obviously, opportunity for us, and it's opened up new doors and new verticals of where we can target. So this is the most recent as of yesterday, and I'm saying most recent because the opening of different territories changes by the day. So this gives you an overview of the availability and what's coming shortly. See, they're expanding and getting licenses and changing every other day on that. So obviously, I know we said to you, we've large contingency of there's different prices for different territories. So centric at the moment we're looking at for this one is for UK. So we've 4 plans available on the fixed LAN plans. They range everything depending on kit you use. You have the standard kit, and then you have the flat high performance kit. So speeds in excess, what we are seeing at the moment on the standard kit in the UK is averaging out between 150 to 170 megabyte. And the upload ranges anything from actually 10 to 15 meg, what we're currently seeing on a standard kit. So it all depends on the speeds you want to choose on either a standard kit or a flat high performance kit. And then it's dependent on how many users you have using that. But all in all, once you've exceeded what they have as your priority data, where you're open up to the highest speed, once you've exceeded that, you go into standard residential traffic. So the mobility plans, so currently at the moment, there's 3 mobility plans available in the UK. They now have added an additional 3, which will be available in the next couple of weeks and available in your portal, which is a 10 terabyte, 15 terabyte, and unlimited then as well. All of these plans are available, as said, for both land. They're beamless basically, so they're available both for land and then on the sea as well. And with these plans, it's recommended the flat high performance kit. And again, if you're on land with these priority access, once you've exceeded that allowance, you'll go into standard residential traffic if you're on land. 2 types of kit we are offering on these, as discussed, depending on the application or the speeds required. So it's the flat high performance kit, which comes with a wedge mount and the router, or your standard Starlink kit comes. And again, all of these kits we have in stock and are with customers within 24 to 48 hours. So regardless of country, we will have them delivered. This slide, if Justin covers, again, all of these are in stock and can be ordered on the portal, all of the accessories that are available. So everything from your pipe adapters, the Ethernet that is required on the V3 kit, and all of the cables and mounts available. So with Starlink support, what we offer on top of it is we offer prioritized support on Starlink for Starlink customers. We have customer management portals that will give the ability to access. You can see your data consumption. You can see that if you want a relocation or anything that you would expect to see on the Starlink portal, if the API is available in the catalog, we have exposed it that our end customers see it, or if you are an end business, we can see it. We've installation capacity across all countries. We've leasing options available in some territories, and that is expanding at the moment. Our kit express delivery I've covered off. Consolidated invoicing, we have that available. So if you have 2 Starlink accounts with us, or up to 20, whatever that number may be, you can have consolidated invoicing. Same, for example, you'll have a dedicated account manager if you have multiple Starlink accounts on there. So this is another slide we've just coming in to give you a roadmap of what's coming in the future. So we've 5G services launching in the UK from August. And then from November 25, we have another LEO service that we're in early discussions with at the moment. So that is exciting in terms of what's coming. The channel partner options. So what we've available to a partner. So we have Brdy Sales Partner, and that can be either a sales only partner or a sales and installation partner. So meaning by that is a sales only, you identify a customer, you sign them up via your dedicated partner portal, and we pay you a one-off commission for that on activation. You can also do as well if you want to have the ability to be able to install your own customer. So we will pay you then obviously on your activation of the sale, and then you will make it as well. You can charge the customer directly for that installation, whether it's VHTS or it's Starlink. The most recent one we've introduced is the lead only, which is available. And that can be essentially if you are for example, a fixed wireless company and you are getting leads through where you cannot serve. So it sits outside your footprint for fixed wireless, for example, or 4G solution where you have no coverage. Then we have, so if it is a company or a partner that wants the ability to be able to build their own customers, white label our satellite solutions, we have that available as well. So moving on then, and it touches back on in terms of the partner options as available. So within our portals, so we have a provisioning portal that we have worked extensively on. So it's been built from the ground up and it's always developing and adding in all services on there. So this gives a couple of screenshots we've put in here of our partner portals, where you have the full ability, whether it's Connect for Eutelsat, whether it's Starlink, whether it's Viasat or OneWeb, you can select that. You can select the network, select the tariffs, provision services, and you will have them all in under one portal. Then the ability to back up your customers. We expose, as I said, all APIs that are available, both for Starlink, Eutelsat, OneWeb services, and Viasat. So they all sit in under one house, should I say. And then moving along, and again, I'm just looking at here at the moment, we're available for government schemes in the Unico scheme in Spain, but looking at this, what we have for the UK, so we're one of, I think, Jane, 42 registered partners under for the Scottish Broadband Voucher Scheme at the moment. So correct. On there, we have Eutelsat's VHTS available. So in total, there's 64,000 premises within Scotland available for a voucher. So these are houses that are underserved and they sit outside a fibre footprint. So we can offer in there, if it's residential, we can offer in Eutelsat's VHTS, or if it is an SME, we can offer in Starlink Enterprise Services. So for that, it will cover the full expense of the kit, the installation, and the delivery of the equipment. So this is some of the flyers and the marketing we have done for partners. Arnold, you're on the call there. You were speaking there earlier. This is some of the flyers, etc., that we have done and that are available to any partners that come on board with us. And this will show you the extent of some of the special offers that we have in terms of the plans. So for KVHTS, Eutelsat, the higher end plan is down to £29.90 per month. And then we've Starlink for Business at £54 ex VAT per month. And the other scheme that is available is the ABC scheme in Wales, where there's a voucher of up to £800 available. And I believe that is if your premises is less than 10 megabyte, that you can avail of a voucher of up to £800. that we are working with. And again, here's some of the comms that we have gone out with, both for indirect and direct sales. And then Jane from our marketing team has put in very nicely some of our customer reviews that we pride ourselves on, and these are great to be getting in, and it just shows in terms of where VHTS has gone and Starlink services that these people are leaving this feedback on there. So I've gone through them very quickly, and I'm open to the floor for any questions. And I said, if you're not comfortable with asking a question, please feel free. My email is on there, and we will be circulating this webinar after the call. I can see a hand up from Daniel Dawson, or I'm not sure if you're meant to have your hand up or you do want to ask a question.
No, I'm okay. I didn't mean to raise my hand.
No problem. Easy accident to happen. If you do want to put anything into the chat at all there, please feel free to do so.
I know we've had a number of Italian-based participants that have joined tonight, Clifford, and been trying to change the language in the webinar from English to Italian as we've gone through. But obviously it was an English-based webinar this evening, but I've said, we hope to do an Italian-based webinar in the near future. But
absolutely,
I know,
I think we're trying to look it in. Pamela is on the call there for getting that in over the next few weeks.
Yeah, so I know Pamela's here, so I just wondered if any of our Italian partners are here and wanted to ask a question in Italian, then Pamela, hopefully without putting you on the spot, you could put that forward if that helps anybody.
Yeah, no problem. I'm here.
Thank you. I've had to rely on Google Translate tonight, which is never the best. So yeah,
just has got into the chat there. Just sorry, Jane, for cutting across you there. So yeah, just in relation to a public IP, if it's available on Starlink. So yes, there is a public IP available. What Starlink class is a long-lasting IP that goes in there, but certainly we can, if you send me your email address, I can send you a one-page slide on that. That would be great.
Clifford, I've got a quick question for you. Are all the Starlink prices including VAT or exclusive? Because I wasn't sure if it was both sets of prices. Are they all exclusive of VAT?
They're all exclusive of VAT, correct. The latest version, I think, that I've sent you over there is ex-VAT.
Okay, just make sure there's no change on that. Thank you.
Yeah, but I will send you I'll double check what is the latest version that's been sent there. I can send you both.
Okay.
If you want.
Sorry, one price list from Italian in euro?
Yes, we can. If you could just put your email into the chat there and I can send that, or Pamela will send that across to you. That would be great.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
Clifford.
Yeah, if you have it, or if you already have my email address, or if you want to write in the chat your email, and I can write it to you, no problem.
And Clifford from Italy, yes. Somebody has asked, what can we do to sell installations?
Certainly. So that is just touching on if I will answer this question correctly, that is, if you're doing sales and installation, is it that you're looking to identify sales and sign them up, or just as standard, just an installation partner?
I think this was Antonio.
So Antonio, if you do want to drop in your email address or send me an email there, we can have that conversation, certainly, and just the area where you're located in Italy.
I'll put that in the chat anyway, Clifford.
Yeah, please. Okay.
Sorry, ma
Yes.
when a customer service in Italian language for a Italian technical, you provide in the next future?
So when a
Noi
customer
abbiamo un centralino in Italia, quindi chiaramente possiamo rispondere in italiano e abbiamo tutto il gruppo che parla italiano, quindi per i clienti italiani non c'è nessun problema.
Ok, grazie.
Niente.
PSNet Foggia.
I'm glad you're on the call there, Pamela, because my Italian's not that good.
Is asking if we have an Italian team to answer the request, technical request, customer service, and something like that. I have confirmed that we have an Italian team here in Italy, in Vicenza.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, we have another guest who's asked for information to sell and install the product. Thank you. So
you have those details, Jane, have you?
it's just a guess, so I will reply to you, and I'll just put well, I think it's Italian, so I'll put Pamela's email address in that. Yeah,
that would be great.
And then Daniel's asking, do you have point of sale literature for uploading to our websites for promoting?
Absolutely, yeah. So we have point of sale that we can provide you, marketing. If you could just pop your email address in there, Daniel, or send me an email there, please. Just outline where you are. We can certainly do that. And Pamela, sorry, there's a message gone in there from Andrea.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the number so I can write in the chat. Don't remember.
Someone's asking if we can white label the Starlink.
No, so you can't white label, so the end customer needs to be contracted directly to the authorized reseller. However, there is what's called third-party reseller agreements. That is basically an exemption that Starlink, we write it. It's basically a document that we go through with Starlink, but there is commitments in there in terms of stock that is purchased up front, but that gives the ability that if you have a particular client that has multiple sites and you want the ability to be able to build that end customer, we can put you forward for a third-party reseller agreement. And that's something we can have a conversation in relation to, if you wish, via email. Perfect.
If it helps everyone, I'll put a generic email address in the chat. If you wanted to send any queries you have through there, we'll field them and then forward them on to the relevant department. So it's letsconnect@brdy.com. So I'll just put that in just now for you.
Yeah, I'm just looking, sorry, there's a question there from Danilo. Can we sell domestic contracts? Is that, Danilo, just in relation to Starlink or for Eutelsat VHTS?
And one question about Starlink.
Yes.
Yes, so far as I can see, the UK pricing is far higher than the direct Starlink pricing to the end customers and business customers.
Yes.
And why?
Why is it higher? So what we have as an authorized reseller, same with any sort of 64 authorized resellers in the world selling Starlink enterprises. So the prices will be that slight bit higher for the reason being we have support, we carry all our kits, that you're not waiting a couple of weeks for kit to arrive if you go directly with Starlink, or if we have number of payment methods available as well, that it's not just credit card. So what we're seeing is more and more, for example, customers going on that have more than 5 contracts directly with Starlink and they're all on their credit cards. That we can offer all of the additional things essentially that Starlink currently don't offer or won't offer in the future.
So are mainly logistic and administrative
Correct.
Then it benefits.
Yes, replacement stock, phone support as well available with Starlink.
And in white label, may we choose the kind of kit to use? I mean, we don't like the standard router. We prefer to install our router instead of the Wi-Fi that is provided with the standard kit.
Yes, so you can certainly, yes, on that, just answer 2 points there. So just going back again, so if you're talking about Starlink, there's no white label option available with Starlink. If you are looking at a third-party reseller agreement, which we can certainly have a conversation with if you would like, that gives you the ability to be able to bill your end customer. But certainly, yes, to answer your second point there around connecting to a third-party router, that is something, yes, either if you're using a standard actuator, you use an Ethernet adapter with the V4 kit, there's no requirement for that, or if a flat high performance, the additional cable is in the box to be able to plug into an external RJ45 port.
I have already talked with Pamela. We stopped them because of the pricing, mainly.
The pricing of which?
Of the kit. The standard kit is far more expensive than the one provided directly from
It is in Italy. So we have the new V4 kit arriving in Italy within the next 5 days. And the prices will be passed down or circulated to you.
Okay. So I'll talk again to Pamela.
Yes, please.
Thank you so much.
Io ti tengo aggiornato io.
Grazie.
I've just put a couple of forms in the chat as well if you're interested in becoming a reseller. And from the website, there's a link there that you can go on and put your details in as well.
Yeah, you certainly do that as well. Or if you want to have a separate conversation, I've just put my email address back into the chat there as well. And again, Jane, you'll be circulating, or Elise will be circulating this webinar.
Yeah, we will.
As well.
Yeah, no problem.
Great. Arnold, do you have your hand up there? Do you have a question, or was it by accident? I think you're on mute there.
Can you hear me now?
I can indeed, Arnold.
All right. Yeah, it was a question regarding the voucher scheme we have up here in Scotland.
Yes.
Is there a time limit on that?
Time limit in terms of when the scheme will expire, or when a person applies for a voucher?
No, it's for how long is the funding available?
So good question. There's actually no answer. There's nothing available or has been provided to us when that scheme will finish. What we do see that since over the last 6 weeks, the voucher number has jumped from 58 up to 64,000 premises.
Right.
So I envisage that that is not going to end anytime soon, because essentially those 64,000 premises have been earmarked to say, well, fibre is not going to be available to them over the course of the next 24 months.
Right. Because that was a question I found in some areas. I'm wearing out the soles of my shoes now because there's so many addresses. But
there is.
Some of the areas are saying there's going to be high-speed broadband put in within the next couple of years. Are these people still eligible to get satellite in time or not?
Yeah, so that again, it's a good question, because, for example, when fibre does become available, there's no voucher. That voucher will be removed. This is basically an interim scheme until fibre becomes available. So a voucher will be irrelevant to them in 24, 36 months, whatever that time frame may be.
But it could be used just now, although it's forecasted for, say, 2016.
Absolutely, and that's why that premises, that postcode is on the large spreadsheet that I had provided, and there's an updated one to be circulated now to partners very shortly.
All right, that's where I got a bit confused, because I've kind of passed by a few areas whereby I've seen they're going to have something installed in the next couple of years, and I didn't think they'd be eligible, but I could retrace my steps then.
No, absolutely. And that 24 months, what is anticipated, could turn into 36 or 48 months.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's handy to know that. The other question I have, I don't want to hog this show at all, but if somebody's already in a contract with, say, Starlink or something like that, can they switch over to us? We can offer a cheaper rate or not?
So if their premises is on that list, they can avail of a voucher scheme.
Right.
But something certainly we can pick up over the next couple of days on that.
Okay.
I'll put something in the diary. We can both catch up on that, and we can circulate the latest list. As I say, there's an additional whatever.
We'll just circulate that list too, make sure we broke down some areas, but we can have relook that again, would be worthwhile. Please.
Absolutely will, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Any additional questions in there? None, I don't think.
Just one point, Cliff, picking up for Arnold. If you're going to catch up, I would have a few customers potentially up here that I'd be looking to do the same if possible.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. So sorry, Steve, just without hogging there. Yeah, I will, off the back of what's happening on Thursday there. We'll have that conversation. Yeah.
Yeah. That's no bother. We'll catch up after that.
Yep. Thank you very much. Perfect. So I think, sorry, the one last one there, Luigi has put in. Pamela, if you can have a look at that or respond to it after. On there.
Yeah, no problem.
Perfect. I think that's it, and thank you very much. And please feel free to drop an email into Let's Get Connected or myself at any stage, and there'll be a further invite going out for a webinar in, as I said, over the next couple of months. Thank you very much, everyone.
Excellent. Thanks very much.
Thank you. Have a good evening, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Good evening.
Bye.
Thank you.